Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. So far we had a great start into the Legend League. 3 days in, we're looking pretty good, we have a lot of things to do, and first off, obviously we need to get rid of those resources, right? Like, let's get started with putting everything into the walls, I guess, out of the elixir. Let's get the walls a little bit higher, and I think we have even a couple of more things in the clan castle, right? Okay, so we can get one more wall, I think. Yep, it's fitting. Oh, I hope I will have enough elixir to cook up my next army, but it should work. So then one more wall, and then we get one more wall. I want to upgrade after that, like an archer tower. 12 point. No, I think nope. That's not working. But let's upgrade the next archer tower. That's all right. Okay, perfect. So now we can get started with the video. So what we want to do is I want to show you guys a couple of attacks because I changed my army actually a little bit, which means there are so many common bases out there. I mean, you guys know it. Like every single day, you're running into a couple of bases, which you always know. Like this base, it's sometimes super annoying, but at some point you want to beat it. So I will show you guys a couple of bases and a couple of styles of bases and how you can beat that. What exactly did I change on the army? I changed from the Yeti Blimp to the Hawk Riders in the Siege Barracks. I feel like right now, or I like it quite a lot. I'm not sure if I switch back, but I at least wanted to test it because I don't know, I won't try hard this season too much. It's more like playing a little bit because I'm enjoying right now a lot of other games as well. For example, like Teamfight Tactics from Riot. So that's, I don't know, like I'm not too concentrated right now on Clash of Clans, especially because there are not too many tournaments going on. So just like a little bit just for fun. So I'm testing a bit around. And yeah, even though we're testing quite a lot, we are managing to get into the top 3 last day, which is pretty nice. Especially this picture was taken like 30 minutes before the day, and like you can see it. No, like 1 hour. 1 hour before the season day ended. And I had no defenses anymore, which means it's kind of unlikely that too many people are like still were above me. So yeah, top 3 right now, which is always nice. And I will show you guys a couple of attacks and how exactly I did that. And like I said, I will show you guys a couple of tricks on how to achieve that on your own. So I will show you guys the first 3 attacks and always explain a bit more where to charge, what to do, and especially with the Siege Barracks, what is the difference to the Yeti Blimp, for example. So on this one, it was kind of obvious that the Town Hall side is really stacked. Like you have the Town Hall and really close to that 2 scatter shots. Like the scatter shots are one of the biggest priority you're going for. So you have the clan castle over there as well, which you do not want to have back end. The first thing which I did, I tested with if the wall breakers would actually target this wall, which they did. So we started with the Queen Rock over there. Otherwise, we would have had to change up the plan a little bit. But since everything was going perfect, this was nice for us. So the next thing, I'm going to use the Rage over here. And once again, test for traps around the Town Hall. So many people are having the traps around the Town Hall. It's crazy. So always consider having Coco-Loons over there, like for Black Mines. Having sometimes test wall breakers, not for small bombs, but for like stuff like the Tornado Trap, etc. So you can trigger so many traps and you can make so many traps useless. So that's always a big point to watch out for. The next thing what we're going for is letting the queen charge those 2 scatter shots. And then the next thing is we're using the king over here and we're forcing the king inside with our siege barracks. And then we have the hybrid in between. That's kind of the goal for the attack, which so far is working pretty good for us. So we have the hybrid going in. We have our king with the ability smashing stuff, which is always nice. And now we're getting closer to the bomb towers, which is always kind of like a danger zone. But as soon as we're getting closer to the core and the enemy queen is encountering our troops, we're just using the warden ability, another freeze and heal to keep the queen and the inner troops alive, which worked pretty well actually. And now we have the single Inferno Tower on our king. And yep, what do we freeze? Yes, not the Inferno Tower, nicely done over there. But to be honest, it was like, it didn't really matter. Like, take a look at what exactly is surviving. Like, so many troops are alive. Hawk Riders, Miners. I think I could have tripled another race with this army, kind of. At least it feels how I like it. So, yeah, it was a crazy nice overkill. And like I said, figure out where's the most valuable defenses for your stuff, and at the same time try to not charge into too many expos. Those expos hurt your queen a lot. So if there's a lot of things around the town hall, sometimes even for the backend, even though it might not seem like the smartest idea, but you have a lot of tools to work around the town hall with your king, with your siege barracks and stuff like that. So always take that in mind. So next attack is going to be on this base, and if you guys searching for a good base, actually this is still one of the bases which are defending pretty well. I used this base like 2 seasons ago and I made it kind of popular, like everyone was copying, like in every community, in the war communities, everyone was using it, in the trophy pushing, everyone was using it. So I don't know if it's too popular, but this base did crazy well. I think I used this base for half the season, like 2 weeks straight without changing it, and it still defended pretty well. Like it's insane. So if you're guys searching for a good base, this is probably one of the bases which you can still copy. Another thing is, if you guys are wondering how exactly am I defending that well, I will showcase a couple of good bases really soon again. And for this base, the key for this attack is to get into the scattershot compartment, and that's kind of already always like the goal for this attack. And if you can wall break even deeper, that's even better, but it's not like required. So the most important thing is getting into the compartment. That's like the first goal. Then on this part, since we had still a couple of wall breakers left, we were able to wall break into the compartment next to the town hall, which means our queen has access to the town hall. Now you guys might think, okay, the next obvious big target is the eagle. Guys, do not start from this side. It's way too risky. The big problem is that take a look at how big, like how wide the flank is. Like this would be the flank basically for the hybrid. This is way too much for hybrid. This is not working. So what I'm doing instead, even though the eagle is back end, but we have so many spells, we have so many possibilities of keeping our hybrid alive, it's just not worth it. So what we're doing instead, we're using this thing. Like compare this size with this. Like the difference, it's crazy. So yeah, we're always taking the side where our hybrid thing is really nice. Then obviously the warden ability, then the rage, and you guys can see, even though the eagle is on the back end, we're taking no damage of this thing. The first eagle shots, we block that with the heal spell. The second eagle shots, we block that with the warden ability. And the third set, well, it's already way too late. Like the base is gone. Like there's nothing still standing. There's only the eagle alive, which obviously has no chance if we just keep freezing it. That's how you deal with the eagle. So yeah, this is how you can triple this base. But still, trust me, not everyone can pull off this charge. Try this a couple of times if you have this base, sometimes your own clan. Like I said, it's a kind of popular base. And this wall break over here, it's not too easy. And if you mess it up, it will cost you the raid, because the queen will go either this way or this way. And the scatter shot over here will take out every single healer you have. So it's like always a fail. So it's a risky attack, but it's working. So it's up to you guys if you want to try it. But either way, this is how you can triple this base. And like I said, if you want to try it on your own, I think this base is still pretty good. So next one is going to be this base. And I wanted to show you guys this attack because I feel like there are so freaking many teaser bases out there. Like teaser bases where you have the town hall and the single inferno tower, the clan castle, all really close to each other. And the key for those attacks is to know the ranges. The range of every single defense, basically. For me, it was, I knew that my queen would not be in range if I placed it over here, and I knew my healers would not be in range if I placed them at the top of the map, basically. And another thing, why it's so good to charge into the town hall, even though it's so expensive, it's basically because just take a look at how many traps we're taking out. We already took out two skeleton traps by now. And we will take out in a second the town hall and the scatter shot. And then obviously, like, the only goal for our attack is something like this. That's if we take out this upper side, it will be already perfect. So next thing what we're going to do is triggering the tornado trap. Like I said, always on those teaser bases, there are tons of traps. We triggered already like every single skeleton trap in this base, and we triggered the tornado trap already. Like, just imagine how much value this is. It's crazy. So the next thing, wall breaking the queen in, like behind the storage where no possible small bombs could be. Next thing, I'm just using the baby dragon over here because I will have the siege barracks and the king for the funnel on this side, which means like no baby dragon is needed. Now the queen is getting forced into this, and like I said, the only thing which she has to get it's like the scatter shot and that's it. Like that's all we need. And now, even though this is a kind of wide flank, but on the other hand, there are no traps anymore. And this is kind of the unique thing about those teaser bases where you know people will defend the town hall. If this would have been a war base and the traps would have been spread out, this entry would have never worked. But since this is trophy pushing and people tend to defend their town hall, which is obviously like a thing. Like on my base, I defend my town hall as well. Like that's how it works, alright? Like you want to force 1-stars. But on those bases, this means the traps are not optimal, which means those back ends, even though it seems like a lot, it's not that much, to be honest. Like you can see, like take a look at how many miners and especially how many Hawk Riders are still alive at the bottom. Our Royal Champ is still alive. This is a crazy overkill. Even though we took out maybe 20%, 20% of the base, this was taken out by the Queen. That's it. And this is kind of the key, and this is why I used, or why I switched over to the Hawk Riders in the clan cast, because I feel like I meet a lot of those bases where it's kind of useless. Like I do not want to go in from over here with the Yeti Blimp or something like that. I feel like that's not needed. Like it's wasted. So I'm sticking with the siege barracks right now. Like I said, I would try to test a bit around. But one more thing before you guys are thinking, okay, it's a go up, whatever. At the beginning of the season, it's always a bit luck depending, because if you see my defenses, it's crazy. I did on offense 282, which is good, but to be honest, there are people out there which are doing way better than I did. But on defense, that's kind of the key. Minus 132 in 8 defenses. And I got attacked from one of the MCS guys as well. So it's crazy how well sometimes the bases are doing, or like how lucky I am. So yeah, I have to, like, I won't lie on this point to you guys. Like, I was lucky in the beginning of the season, and that's why I'm up there. So let's see how long it takes for me to drop again. But either way, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you guys will learn a bit more about hybrid with this video. And like I said, give it a try. Sometimes I think it's more risky with the siege barracks and the Hawk Riders, but at the same time, it's more, the 3-stars are more likely if you can, like, if you know how to do it. But at the same time, the 1-stars are more likely as well. So be careful with it. And well, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. See you guys back tomorrow. Until then, see you guys and bye bye.